some episodes do not explode with drama. They simmer, slowly, deliberately, until the heat becomes almost unbearable in its gentleness. Episode 7 of The Angel Next Door spoils me rotten. Season 2 is such a chapter. A quiet symphony of budding desire, tender vulnerability, and the exquisite ache of two people learning how to want each other without fear. This is an episode bathed in golden after-school light and the soft intimacy of private spaces. It feels like the moment summer's warmth lingers into early autumn, comforting yet charged with change. What unfolds is less about grand gestures and more about the sacred territory of closeness, the courage it takes to voice desires, the safety required to hear them, and the beautiful clumsiness of two souls inching closer to true physical and emotional union. The episode opens with the cheerful chaos of high school life. Tests have ended, and the group dynamic sparkles with familiar banter. Chitosa's dramatic complaints are met with Mahiru's quiet competence. Her test strategy notebook, a small but telling symbol of how she nurtures those around her. When she credits Amain for helping create it, we feel the deepening weave of their partnership entering the public sphere, no longer hidden but gently acknowledged. The tone shifts deliciously when Chitose teases with embarrassing photos. Mahiru's flustered protests reveal a girl who, despite her angelic reputation, is endearingly human in her self-consciousness. Amain's sincere compliment, "You look attractive no matter what you're doing," lands like a warm hand on the cheek, dissolving her embarrassment into something softer, more trusting. But the true heart of the episode beats in their private conversations. The reward discussion that begins innocently evolves into one of the most intimate exchanges of the series so far. Mahiru's request for Amain's worn cushion, because his scent brings her peace, stuns with its raw honesty. This is not mere affection, it is sensory longing. She wants to hold onto his presence when he is absent. The way she stammers through her explanation, admitting that being near the real him is too overwhelming, exposes a profound vulnerability, desire so strong it borders on fear of its own intensity that Amain's gentle teasing and visible fluster mirror her own. Their chemistry crackles not through grand passion but through this careful, considerate dance, acknowledging attraction while respecting boundaries. The conversation flows naturally into deeper waters. Mahiru, encouraged by Chitosa's advice, attempts to be more assertive. Her attack on his sensitive ears is both playful and charged, revealing how she is actively trying to bridge the gap between them. The culture festival planning introduces a new layer of tension. Amain's discomfort at the idea of Mahiru in a maid outfit is not controlling. It is protective, born of a quiet jealousy that he himself finds slightly embarrassing. Mahiru reads him perfectly, her solution, promising that he will be the first to see her in costume, framing herself as a maid with only one master, transforms potential conflict into something sweetly possessive and deeply romantic. In that moment, she gives him emotional ownership, a private sanctuary amid public performance. Exam results further affirm their growth. Mahiru's consistent excellence and Amain's improved ranking feel like shared victories. But the episode saves its most potent emotional weight for the final act. Mahiru's bold request for a kiss, her admission that she wants more touch, closeness, intimacy, unfolds with breathtaking tenderness. There is hesitation, laughter, and genuine care as they navigate these new waters. Amain's restraint, Mahiru's gentle persistence, and their mutual reassurance create a masterclass in healthy consent and emotional safety. When Mahiru says she wants him to touch her more, when she expresses fear of disappointing him, we witness the beautiful collision of innocence and awakening desire. The episode ends not on consummation but on the promise of continued exploration. Slow, deliberate, and full of love, Mahiru continues her quiet revolution. Once the girl who performed perfection to earn love that never came, she is now bravely voicing her wants. Her emotional evolution shines in how she balances initiative with sensitivity, pushing boundaries while remaining attuned to Amain's comfort. She is learning that love includes physical hunger, and that expressing it does not diminish her worth. Amain reveals new depths of maturity. His jealousy is acknowledged without shame, and his restraint demonstrates profound respect. He is no longer just the supportive neighbor. He is becoming a partner who understands that true intimacy requires patience. His growth is visible in how he receives Mahiru's advances, not with panic, but with careful reciprocity. Their relationship has entered a new phase. The dialogue has shifted from shy dancing around feelings to explicit discussions of desire, pace, and boundaries. The trust between them is palpable. Mahiru can voice frustration at feeling not wanted enough, and Amain can admit his own fears of moving too fast. This is earned intimacy at its finest. The episode delicately explores the embodiment of love, how emotional safety creates space for physical desire. It examines the difference between rushing and savoring, between performance and genuine connection. Scent becomes a powerful motif. Mahiru's attachment to Amane's cushion symbolizes how love seeps into the senses, how we crave the tangible trace of someone who makes us feel whole. It also touches on public versus private selves. The maid cafe represents the world's gaze, while their private moments represent the sanctuary they are building. Jealousy, possessiveness, and reassurance are all reframed not as flaws but as natural growing pains of deep attachment. The pacing is exquisite, light group scenes providing breathing room before diving into hushed, intimate conversations. Visual framing likely emphasizes proximity, lingering shots on hands, faces inches apart, the soft glow of home lighting contrasting with the brighter school environments. The soundtrack probably features gentle piano motifs that swell during vulnerable admissions and soften during playful teasing. Silence is used masterfully. Those loaded pauses after Mahiru's bold statements speak volumes. The episode breathes with seasonal warmth, the fading summer light mirroring their transition from innocent romance into something more mature and sensual. Mahiru's confession about wanting Amane's cushion, achingly vulnerable and profoundly intimate, the ear sensitivity scene. Playful power dynamics laced with real tension, Mahiru promising Amane he'll be the first to see her in the maid outfit. Romantic reassurance at its sweetest, the final sequence of kisses and tentative exploration. Raw, tender, and emotionally naked. Episode 7 is a love letter to slow burn intimacy. In refusing to rush its characters, the series captures something rare and precious. The beauty of two people learning each other's bodies and hearts with care, respect, and genuine affection. The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten continues to prove that the most devastating romance isn't found in grand spectacles, but in quiet rooms where someone says, "I want you," and the other hears not just the words, but the courage behind them. This episode leaves you warm, slightly breathless, and deeply invested in these two souls who are slowly, beautifully, becoming each other's safe harbor and greatest desire. If you've ever known the nervous thrill of wanting more from someone you love, or the quiet joy of being wanted exactly as you are, this episode will wrap itself around your heart like Mahiru's arms around that cushion, carrying the scent of something real, something lasting, something home.